breaking out, I'm breaking in. I just can't help this state I'm in. I'm on my way, y'all. So put your shades on, this light's so bright, it's blinding. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. Breaking free, I'm breaking ground. I can't explain this thing I found. The clouds have moved on, I got my groove on. This pep in my steps infectious. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. I've been stuck in a rut, I've been shit out of luck. I've been wondering what is up with me. And then I realized it's up to me to decide. I can just be radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love.
You are an irresistible magnet with the power to attract unto yourself everything, absolutely everything you desire. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy May. It's a new month, the merry month of May, the lusty month of May, actually, as well. And we are here at the New Thought Spiritual Center welcoming your consciousness to our consciousness, spreading love and joy and spirit throughout the world. I'm Reverend Jay Willick, and I am your host for today's Spiritainment, for today's gathering together in peace and love and grace. And I welcome you, and so great to have you here. It's so great on Sunday mornings to be gathered with you from all over the world. It's so cool this way, from all over the world. So we are going to radiate some love this morning. So first, let's start out with speaking our statement of principles. And here they are. This month, the month of May, we will be highlighting our mission statement, which is to bust through, soar, and zoom. And you can only see partially there, but there's a great quote by Richard Bach down here, and it says, "To fly as fast as thought, you must begin by knowing that you have already arrived." You have already arrived right here, right now. You're here. You're already there. All the power and presence that is needed is within you. We just have to reveal that. Our theme for this month is connect with it. So all month we'll be talking about connecting with it. And that is with the capital I, it. The divine God, whatever you want to call it, the power and presence, the spirit, whatever it is that comes through you, that you like to name that energy, that power, that frequency of the universe. That is what we're going to talk about this month, connecting with. And today we're going to talk about affirming, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, let's step into our sacred moment. We're going to step into our guided meditation. I have some fabulous words from excuse me for a second, from this book, Awakening the Buddha Within. And I will be reading some of that through our guided meditation. So you ready for that? Let's get into that right now. Here we go. So, take a deep breath with me. Yeah. At this time, we enter into our sacred space, opening our heart and mind to awaken the highest and deepest part of our divine selves. We plant the seeds of our greatest adventure, nurturing them with water of faith and the soul of spirit, calling in wisdom from ancient times to quantum science. We now transcend time and space into the grace, love, and power of the universe. So once again, take a deep breath with me. Hold it in. 3, 2, 1. And as we begin the moving mandala, close your eyes. You can keep them open if you like, but put them at a soft focus. If you haven't already, exhale. And let's take another inhale together through your nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out through your mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Allow this breathing to slow your pace down. Put your feet on the floor if they aren't already, or maybe cross-leg them if that's comfortable for you. Let us ground ourselves by feeling the energy of the Mother Gaia of this planet, of the earth, bringing forth its energy, grounding us from the bottom of our feet, up through our legs, past our knees, from our thighs to our hips, and allow that energy to go to the bottom of your spine, the base of your spine, and then allow it to just drop back down into the earth. We allow this energy to circulate, going round and round from the center of our planet up through our feet, into our bodies, and back down into the planet. We also allow from the cosmos surrounding us, dropping down upon us like the rays of the sun, allowing us to absorb this energy, this power, the power of the universe, the power of the Big Bang, that one singular moment when all began, when all was created. Allow that energy to flow, to be with you, to shine within you. And let's take a moment to allow that energy, that grounding, to vibrate within us. And now let's take a deep breath, and with the exhalation, open your mouth wide and chant a resounding, relieving ah. Ah. Again, breathe in deeply and exhale like a great orgasmic release and go ah. Again. Ah. Release that ah as far as you can go. Internally, watch that breath, watch that power, watch that release. In, out, out. Now chant with me. Ah, ah, ah. Allow that out breath, that release, that dissolve into space, dissolve into that beingness that we are surrounded in, a part of. Chant with me once again, ah, ah, and release, ah. Now let's do it quietly. Ah, ah, ah. With each release, we empty ourselves totally without dissolving. Outward we release each breath, affirming our power, affirming our connection, busting through and soaring. Soaring our grace, our love. What a relief. What a release. Ah, ah, ah. Mingle mind with space, space with awareness. Let everything dissolve in vast open space and simply rest in the view at ease, precisely as it is right here, right now, and let the sound of the seed mantra, resound itself away into nothingness. Nothingness both within and without, only being. Sound of the bells, the sound of my voice, only what is heard. Rest in the utter silence and simplicity of the natural state of just being for 1 minute. If thoughts arise, that's okay. Chant a few ahs, following the out breath, and watch them just dissolve. Together, ah. Rest in spacious openness and clarity. Allow this ah message to dissolve and rest our minds, our hearts. Dissolving, resting, resting, dissolving. Breathe in, out, ah. Breathe in and out with an ah. And now let's wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes, move our shoulders. Allow yourself to slowly come back to this moment, to this awareness. Slowly open your eyes and hear the wavering gong. Thank you for joining me in that. It's a little different this time. Doing that ah, I love that ah, just releasing. So many times during the week, I just have to step away from the computer and just sit somewhere else, preferably outside with my feet in the grass, and just go, ah. My neighbors probably wonder what's going on, but I have to release. I have to release myself from the rays coming from the computer, the mind that is working, etc., as I'm writing or whatever I'm doing. I love that. So I wanted to bring that to you and to us as well, to our community. So now let's step into our affirmative incantation for the week. Excuse me a moment. I'm going to take a drink. Our affirmative incantation, I wanted to remind you that this is something you do every morning when you get up. First thing you do, when we're back in person, they'll be on little cards again. Maybe July or August we're looking at. Shh, don't tell anyone. But until then, you'll see it in the Facebook or the YouTube live comments section there in the description. You'll see it. And then it comes out, it came out Friday if you're on our mailing list. If not, please get on that and we'll put you on for the 2 e-blasts. And then the e-blast that comes Monday or Tuesday also has it as well. So every morning, right when you get up, and every evening, right before you decide to just close your eyes and fall asleep, let this be the last thought of your day so that your mind is contemplating that and your mind is working on these ideas for the whole night as you refresh your body and reboot everything for the next fabulous day. So here it is. We'll pop it up. Let me move to my copy. Where are you? Right here. And here we go. Are you ready? So I will say that you can read it with me together. I'm going to give you a couple seconds after I read through it to actually read it yourself. And here we go. With unshakable confidence, I participate fully and freely in the adventure of an opulent, succulent, and peaceful life. I affirm my dependable connection and communion with the great I am that I am. And so I face this day with divine love, divine intelligence, and the power and presence, vitality and creativity of spirit at my back, my forward, as my foundation, and on all sides of me. I am busting through, soaring, and zooming into today, affirmed and empowered. I'm going to leave that up there for just a minute so that you can continue to look at that. And as we do this, as you read this, let us know together. Close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. After you finish reading this to yourself once again, and let us know right here and now that there is only one mind. There's only one power in this universe. And this fabulous thing is that this power, this love, this illumination is us, is right here within us right now, speaking as us, for us, with us, to us. So now we step into listening. We step into affirming its message. We step into knowing that the love and grace and power and light of this energy vibrates in me right now, in you right now. Nothing has to be added. Nothing has to be taken away. It just is. And in this isness, we move forward in grace and love. We move forward in prosperity and knowing. We move forward to bust through, soar, and zoom into our greatest life. Knowing that in this new month, in May, and forevermore, we connect with it. We connect with this power. We connect with God. We connect with the divine. We connect with this luminescence, this energy, this frequency. We have turned on, tuned in, and flipped the switch to reveal that divinity in everything we know and in everything we do. We claim this right now. We reveal this in our lives right now. And with deep appreciation and gratitude, I release this word, this knowing, this being. As together we say, and so it is. Well, give me a moment.
Reverend G has left the broadcast for just a moment. Let's give him time to rejoin. Please take a moment and revisit our incantation.
I think I'm, there I am. I got lost for a second. I pushed the wrong button. Was I still there? I can't tell. But here I am. I'm back. Oh, well, it happens. Steve's doing his thing. All's good. It was me pushing the wrong button. So he's waving at me. And I'm going to see if I can make this work. Hold on one sec. Technical difficulties from my side. Here we go. Let's see what happens. There we go. Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still, you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you. way through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, mothers, people make mistakes, holding to their own, thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side. Someone else is not. While we're seeing our side, maybe we forgot they are not alone. And no one is alone. I know it's hard to see the light now, but just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone. No one is alone. When I affirm that I am alone, my crap shows up. When I affirm no one's on my side, yesterday's junk shows up. When I affirm I've been forgotten or even never known, I feel alone. What I forget in those pity parties is that in truth, all those ideas are a lie. The facts may bear those emotions. My edging God out ego may experience those false assertions. My BS, belief system, may believe that BS for now, but that doesn't make it true. Facts aren't truth. Facts aren't truth. I have a quote here from Joel S. Goldsmith. In his book, Spiritual Interpretation of Scripture, he wrote, "The Christ is here. It is your very own consciousness when human thought is stilled. Where human effort ends, the activity of the Christ begins." Now, the Christ, as Goldsmith speaks of, is that awareness in you and me of the higher self as part of the universal system, our spiritual selves that is part of all, that energy of all. It's a state of consciousness in which a person has found self-realization and unity with the divine. That's what the Christ consciousness is. It's like the Hindu concept of samadhi. It's a deep spiritual bliss. Like when I talk about the difference between happiness and joy. Joy is from a spiritual bliss, an enlightening, an awakening, a revealing of the divine within. That's there all the time anyway, but we don't always reveal it to ourselves. Many of you know that I'm an actor as well as a minister, and people ask me, what's the most important thing about the craft of acting, whether it's auditioning or rehearsing or performing? What is the most important aspect? And I always say, tell the story. Your job is to tell the story. But actually, that isn't really enough of it. My job as an actor, our job in this adventure called life, is to connect. connect with each other, connect with the universe and nature. Having an adventure in life is not just about trips to the Grand Canyon or zip lining or going on a safari or climbing Everest, though those are adventurous events. Adventure, life's adventure, is our spiritual connection to those things, to those events. The journey of a spiritual being having a human experience, which is what we're doing, is a daily adventure of connection, communing with the divine in all of nature, vibrating at the speed of the divine in all events and all activities that we take part of. I want to break down the etymology of the word adventure as both a noun and a verb. The etymology includes, from the Latin and French, I believe, as well, terms like event, risk, and phrases like take a chance, to come to reach for, to arrive at. The word connection is defined as a bind, something that binds us together, a fastening together, a joining, an intimate relation. And communion, the word communion, is about a mutual participation, a sharing, being with oneness, a union together. That's how these words began in the Latin or Middle English, etc., etc. So I invite you to look at how you are allowing this spiritual life to show up in your everyday occurrence. What are you taking holy risks to avow? How are you doing that? Where are you doing that in your life? Are you seeking out opportunities to have an intimate relation and a union together with your spiritual magnificence? Your spiritual magnificence is here right now. It's here. It doesn't go away when you lose your job. It doesn't go away when you're going through a divorce. It doesn't go away when you're in depression. Your spiritual magnificence is there. You're just not revealing it at that particular moment. And that's okay. Like I said last week or the week before, all God's children's got stuff. We all have junk in our way. It's how we move that junk, how we swim through it and past it. This is not a journey or a risk. Well, it's not just a journey or a risk. It's consciousness that we're stepping into, excuse me, and a perspective to come to arrive at an awakening. Awakening, that's our theme for 2021, awakening. God is our adventure. Our active participation in it, both spiritual and three-dimensional, unfolds through affirming that divine urge that is inherently and eternally calling us into our greater selves, calling us to step into revealing the divinity within, calls us to bust through, soar, and zoom, calling us to vibrate at the speed of the divine. In reality, in truth, there's no risk in this adventure. There's only divine intelligence. There's only that one creative and loving source and substance found in everything. All that is just coming into form as you, as me, as all of us, as the rocks, as your puppy. We are that intelligence. We are that source. So what's to fear, really, when you think about it? What's to fear? Where's the real risk in living the life affirming this connection? What would we fear? Fear of failure? Fear of success? Fear of facing the yesterdays? I'm not saying that those aren't real and they don't show up, but when we remember and affirm what we remember, who we are, how can we have that fear? Because we have faith. Truly, the biggest risk, if there's anyone at all, is in not opening ourselves up to our infinite possibilities, not affirming our power, not affirming our capabilities. Find God. That's the adventure. Not so much a journey, but an adventure. A journey may not be exciting all the time, but an adventure is always exciting. That's why it's an adventure. So many people, though, will turn away from this philosophy, this teaching, or other similar teachings because of the God word. And I don't want you to get all harped up into the God word, because you can call it whatever you want. You can call it the universe, the power, the divine, the great accountant, Phil. Just call it your mind. Those people who want to keep away from anything that sounds religious or even spiritual will just say your mind. And it's not, it doesn't matter what you call it, just as long as you take the call. Since before the Vedic sages proclaimed, I am the universe, which you are, which I am, or Ernest Holmes put together his Declaration of Principles, or the Fillmores put together the 5 Principles of Unity, or the Buddha's 4 Precepts, or even the Tao itself, or any progressive philosophy, psychology of love and success that you may study, that we've all studied, that we continue to study, and new ones come out. The universe, and thus each of us, has been creatively and intelligently evolving, even before the supposed Big Bang or the Genesis occurred. This power, this energy, this singularity that created everything was already of itself powerful. And that energy, as it expanded into us, became you, became me. The most significant process now is our alignment, our receptivity, our awakening and participation in this affirmation, in this adventure of our divine selves, working in this physical universe. That's all that's going on. We are divine selves working in this physical universe, on this planet at this time, in this place, or in the place you are at. And our job is to affirm our ever-evolving expression, our ever-evolving engagement, our ever-evolving intercoursing, experiencing, and transcending whatever conditions show up. You know, people talk about, your mind, people, science of mind people, you could call it, or they spiritual bypass people. Well, that wouldn't have showed up in your life if you were thinking correct thoughts, etc. Who cares? It showed up. We can't go back. We can't worry about yesterdays. We worry about the now. It showed up, so how long is it going to show up? How long is it going to stay, especially the negative stuff? And we decide now how long these things are going to stay. We affirm this, whatever condition showed up. You got 10 minutes, and then bye-bye, or whatever. Ask yourself, how does life wish to express through me? I have to do that sometimes. I get lost sometimes, and I have to sit my butt down somewhere other than the computer or my desk. I have to sit myself down, preferably outside, and ask myself that question and allow the answer to come through. How does life wish to express through me now? Because I don't know, or I'm not feeling it. In the Science of Mind book, it says, in the midst of plenty, humanity lives in want because of fear. To overcome fear is the greatest adventure of the mind of mankind, of people-kind, of humankind. Investigate ways you hold yourself back from life. You'll feel it. You'll know it. You'll hear that no. You'll hear that I shoulda. You'll hear that don't do it. Our family doesn't do such things. Whatever. I don't have the education of. You'll hear that stuff. When you hear it, when you uncover your fears, when you reorient yourself to your divine heritage, those voices start to go away. Those voices begin to be neutralized, have less effect. Oh, it takes a moment. You're going to have to sit down and take a moment with it. And allow yourself to affirm the truth Affirm the truth. And if for some reason this keeps happening and you don't feel like you're affirming the truth, then you got to give us a call. And we'll connect you to one of our practitioners or ministers, or I'll speak to you and you'll get some spiritual counseling. And we'll know the truth for you, so then you can know the truth for you. That is no problem. That is mostly why we are here. If you find yourselves shrinking or withering from your path or your purpose, spend time in silence and listen. Spend time with a practitioner and listen and allow and affirm. Step into your adventure every day. Reconcile your spiritual checkbook, you might say, with an enthusiastic participation in the divine unfoldment that's happening right now. That is happening right now as your magnificent self. I believe you are magnificent. I don't care what you do. I don't care how old are you. I don't care any of that stuff. I know you are magnificent. In what way? How? That's up to you. But I know in general, I know the truth. And the truth is you are magnificent. Ernest Holmes wrote a book called Living Without Fear. And in it he said, there is an inner urge in our minds to grow, to expand, to break down the barriers of previous limitations, and to ever widen our experience. This persistent urge is a divine influence and irresistible force, and constitutes the greatest impulse in human experience. The greatest impulse in human experience. Just sit down and listen, and that impulse will show up. It'll show up in your gut. It'll be filled with feeling from your heart. It'll be intellectualized and made logical in your brain. And those three things together with that divine energy will bring forth into your life the magnificence that you are. So let us say yes to this divine opportunity. And by the way, every opportunity is a divine opportunity, but say yes. Even if it's junk, say yes and then move through it and past it. Because as you focus on the denying of a negative experience, it just reinforces that negative experience because you're focusing on it. I get it. I've done it. I may even do it next week. Who knows? But I flip my focus. I affirm my magnificence. I affirm my connection and communion with the divine, or whatever you want to call it. Affirm your connection with it, with God, with the divine, with Phil. The power and presence of all that is in you, the luminous essence of creation that is available to you at all times, the energy of the actual Big Bang that was the genesis that made us all, and that you are right now, and that will continue to evolve. Because energy is ever moving, energy is ever evolving, and we can transcend with it. We just have to affirm that and decide that right now and allow it to reveal itself. Affirm you are individualizing God right now, right here. Affirm that you have the power and presence to bust through, soar, and zoom no matter what. Affirm, like Raymond Charles Barker said in The Power of Decision, a most fabulous book, by the way. I must teach that class soon. You are the present becoming the future. You are the present becoming the future. Affirm now and see in the next second the greatness that is going to show up. We arrive at our oneness through our conscious participation. Consciously participate in this affirming who you really are, in that oneness, in that connection and communion with Spirit. Remember, you are not alone. No one is ever truly alone. So let us start our affirming right now. Thank you so much. Namaste. Let us place our hands on our hearts and together declare our love offering blessing. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you for your blessed love offerings. Yes, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us today. Below me, you'll see. Oh no, let's talk about social media. Hey, we're on social media. Watch this. We're also on TikTok, my friends. So I do at least once a week. I do a TikTok right after the service. In fact, I'm putting our affirmative incantation up for our TikTok friends. You'll see on the bottom production credits of all the places we receive our music in our videos, etc., etc. And we appreciate all the help and all the allowances and licenses that have been afforded to us on these videos. And we thank you. And let me especially, of course, thank Steve Apperson, who's our director, who's behind the scenes there. And you'll see him on screen in a few weeks at the end of the month with a brand new song, I presume. And so we're so happy to have him there. Thank you, Steve. And thank you, my friends, for joining us. Let us now take a moment and do a spiritual mind treatment, an affirmative prayer, before we step into our final bit of music for our Sunday morning celebration. So let's take a deep breath together and release it with that yeah, one more time. Close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. You don't have to. Let us know together the one mind. The one mind, the one divine, the one joy. That one power, that one presence, that one energy is within each and every one of us here now. We express that. We express our spiritual magnificence right now. We affirm that we individualize that power right here, right now. We affirm that in that individualizations, we have the power through infinite possibilities to bring forth into our lives that which we desire, that which we require to be in our lives. We affirm right now that we reveal this divinity in every action, every thought, every feeling that we have. We affirm right here and now that we accept the peace of this power. We accept the grace of this power. We declare in this affirmation our lives to be of this power. With these affirmations, with these affirmings, we know that love only surrounds us, that light only surrounds us, that infinite possibilities are there for us to scoop our bucket into and bring out exactly what we have decided we require in our lives. We sit still and listen and know in this affirming, in this word that comes to us, that our spiritual magnificence shines. that this adventure is joyous, that this adventure is affirming our divinity, that this adventure is affirming our love and peace and grace and joy and health and vitality and vibrancy and opulence and succulence and prosperity. I affirm this now for each and every one of us. I affirm it with joy and with light and with love and the consciousness of knowing that it is because my word speaks it. So in great gratitude, I release this spoken word. I release this powerful word. I release this gnosis of affirmation that I walk through life, that each of us walks through this adventure in our spiritual magnificence. As together we say, and so it is. But kind of moved off. Bless you all. Thank you once again for joining me today and joining us today. We so appreciate you being here and the energy that you bring, and that we get to recycle and have in a circular motion. And I just love Sundays. So we'll be in person sometime in the next few months. We are searching for our new home right now. If you have any ideas, go ahead and email us and we'll take a look at those. And we'll still be online anyway. But once again, thank you all so much. Have a most fabulous week. And thank you once again. Here now is Believe by Fearless Soul. Have a most fabulous week. Namaste.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. Done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe.